The reason I go so fast is because then the momentum can hold my head up.
Hey, what's up? I'm Acestaromari and thank you so much for watching, and today I'm going to bring you guys a Pokemon Emerald NU battle I had against one of my friends, Shogex. Now, today, this battle was just amazing. I always say that, but today it was just simply fantastic. It was just how everything worked out together, and the Pokemon and NU were just terrible because they're just never used. But when you see the Pokemon being used so elegantly and gracefully and passionately, you will get such an intense rush and a just fantastic feeling that you just cannot get anywhere else on YouTube. So, I hope you guys enjoy, but if you look down in the description, you'll see something called that question, which no one ever answers ever, but it's okay, because if you answer that question, I'll be able to get your guys' opinion on things, and then we can relate to each other, and we can be cool. So, anyway, if you look at this team, there's no particular base, anything that's going on. You have them in there. It has light screen and witch support, which will help a lot of my team. Wigglytuff also has wish, however it also has the fake tears move, which lowers the special defense, and it's really a special sleeper, and it's just awesome. And then you have Roselia, the elegant and beautiful Roselia, who will set up the spikes, and then you have everything else that will overpower the team with their immense amounts of attack and special attacks. So if we look at this weakness and resistance chart right here, you can see that even though it's in you, I do still have a lot of resistances. However, I do not have a lot of resistances to round or to fire. It's kind of detrimental actually, but when you think about NU and you think about how many things that are in you that are actually fire types besides Macargo, there aren't that many, so it's not really an issue. However, the ground types could really be an issue because I really don't have anything on my team that's that defensive that could just simply stop a ground type. However, it is in you, so everything sucks. But that's not the point. The point is, I hope you guys enjoy this amazing battle. It was just a work of art. It makes me want to cry. That's why I'm speaking so differently right now. It was just so great. So be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. I have some cool things to say, and thank you guys so much for watching, and let's go. Bro, I'm just never gonna do that ever again. I don't know. I see, literally, when I think about that, it's like there are people on planet Earth that actually speak that way, and it's like, why do I exist if I talk like this? I just sound so stupid. Like, why can't I just grow some balls and just talk, you know? So anyway, he leaves off this match choke and I leave off my Matang, and it's like, dude, this is awesome because I can just go for a stab, choice banded, meteor mash to do massive damage to this thingy, because I know that match choke only has about maybe a 70 base defense stat. It's not really all that great, but unfortunately, because everyone hates me, I get to go get a critical hit on myself with his cross chop, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not mad or anything. It is only the first turn of the game, you know, it doesn't matter. So he gets to go out into his Torkoal. It's kind of bad because I know that Torkoal has about 140 or 130 base defense if I remember correctly, and I know this thing can easily wall me if I'm choice banded into something like that. So he goes for an amnesia on my switch, predicting me to go into something special, which was very, very smart of him to do, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to be going for a light screen first because I usually think that these things have, like, I don't know, I think just flamethrower to attack people with, or they have curse or something stupid like that. But he goes for a toxic, which is really detrimental for my Minin, because Minin needs to stay alive. But yeah, as you can see, Minin as this Pokemon, it's always with Plusle, it's always cheering, and it's always like happy and things, but when it's toxic, it just does not work and it can't function and it eventually dies. So it's not going to be really good for my Minin because he needs to be having the bulk with the wish and yeah, but I don't have anything with heal though, so it's just going to be like whatever. So Matang unfortunately dies because hot flames really don't do well for it, so it's kind of bad for me, but I do get to switch into my Cagnar, which is my match choke. I know that I can easily overpower this thing, so I'm going to be going for a bulk up first as he goes out into his Haunter, forgetting that I have these huge defined muscles and light screen, and I can easily just leave one of these live one of these psychics immediately because he doesn't have the stab with it. So his pedophile, which is his Haunter, gets taken down, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. I didn't want to reveal that I had hidden power ghost for reasons like he might have had a different psychic type or something like that. So anyway, he goes on to his what's this thing called? Torkoal again. I get to go for a bulk up. I know that I can easily live anything he throws at me. If it's toxic, I get my guts boost. If it's flamethrower, I have the reflect or the light screen up, so it doesn't matter to me. So he does happen to go for the poison move, and it's kind of bad for me in a sense because I can't live as long and I don't have drain punch or anything to heal myself with besides wish. But you know, I do have all these boosts. I'm not gonna just leave them to waste. So at this point, I was just gonna go for cross shots. You just saying like, Ace, why aren't you just going for rock slide? It's more accurate and it's super effective. Well, when you factor in stab, cross chop is more powerful, and I get the higher chance of getting a critical hit. I know that's bad, but when you think about it, it's super more it's more detrimental to him if I do actually get the crit. Actually, when you think about it, I do have a higher chance of flinching him and not missing, so that's basically the same thing when it comes to something slow like this. But okay, so fortunately enough, he does not die, I guess, so I can get a safe switch out into a different Pokemon or whatever. Yeah, once he brings in his next Pokemon, then I can get a safe switch out into something else, because I'll get to have this switch initiative. So he gets to go out into Ace because I'm a Roselia for some reason. Yes, I know it's terrible. This is the old sprite that I did like 2,000 years ago, and it's just when I was not good at sprite making, and it's just one of those leftover things that just sucks. So I get to go into my own hunter, and then my own hunter can go for a psychic. I know it's not going to be killing it because it's not stab or anything, but whatever. I was really fearing that he was just going to go for something like, I don't know, what's that move called? Stun Spore, but he happens to not have it, or he didn't go for it. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty good for me. So now that Mr. Mew is at this point having to lead seed on me, I do believe at this point I go for an explosion, because I thought that am I right about this? No. Okay. Go for a psychic first as I'm leading his Kecleon, and at this point I'm going to be going for a explosion, because I know that explosion will definitely take this thing out. And I know how really difficult it could be for my team if this Kecleon stays around. So I explode on it, I die, I just go boom, I just go potpourri, this 4th of July madness, just explosion. It's just great, and I kill myself in the process, but it's whatever, because I really didn't need my match. Well, I can't really say that anymore because I didn't see the rest of his team, but I don't think I needed that much anymore. So I get to go out into my Minin as he brings in his Machoke. This is really not good for me, but I can't just go for a Thunderbolt immediately and take it out because of the stab, and Machoke only has about a 75 base special defensive stat, if I do remember correctly, or it might be 65, I'm not sure. So he brings in me again. I'm like, okay, this is good. I think I can go for a Wish or a Light Screen at this point, which will benefit my team greatly, or a Switch Out. I had this battle quite a while ago, about maybe 72 hours ago, so it's been a really long time. Hidden Power Ice is what I do. So yeah, I do go for Hidden Power Ice. Of course, it's not going to be doing that much damage, because you saw how much damage the Psychic did, and I had maximum investment to my special attack. It's just not going to be doing that much with Minin at all. I can't really do anything about it. So this is really bad, because now I'm losing tons of HP with the residual damage from the Toxic and the Leech Seeds. So I'm like, okay, this isn't good right now. I'm gonna have to switch out into something else and try to deal with this stupid Roselia, right? So I'm like, okay, I can do this. I'm not gonna be going out into my Wigglytuff just yet. I don't want to reveal it. I just want to set up spikes first, so I can get whatever that's gonna come in later to die, or do die more easily to my stab. Not even my stab attacks, because I don't have stab. I want the other things to die more quickly. So, and with me going for fake tears, that usually makes people switch out because they don't want the stat loss, you know, so they'll have to take spikes damage in compensation for it. So I go for a Stun Spore first. I know that Stun Spore is not Sleep Powder and Grassl, whatever, but you know that the paralyzation chance would be really beneficial, and he won't be able to set up all of his spikes immediately, which means my Wigglytuff won't take as much damage as the switch ends. So I go for my first layer of spikes, I go for my second layer of spikes. He got paralyzed the first 2 turns, which means that he's going to be 1 turn behind me. He's going to be able to set up 2, which means that Wigglytuff will have a lot more health. And it's very, very important that Wigglytuff has all of its health that it needs, because Wigglytuff is just one of those Pokemon that needs to stay around because it's really fat. And no one likes Wigglytuff because everyone thinks that Wigglytuff is gay, even though Wigglytuff is like one of my favorite Pokemon, and he's awesome because he has all these moves that he can use, and he's a big ass balloon. Look at these ears, look at this thing, look at it. Are you serious? Like, how do you not like this thing? It's perfect. Like, it's pink. Look at the age. Are you serious? Come on, like, you're just jealous, dude. Like, if you don't like Wigglytuff, then you're simply a jealous person and you just want to be like Wigglytuff. I just don't see why you would not like this thing. So I go for a Wish immediately, knowing that, okay, I can go for a Wish and get all my health back to full as I can start to proceed to sweep, and it'll be all good for me, right? So I get to go for a Fake Tears this turn, I do believe. And then after this, I'll be able to go for an Ice Beam as he switches out into a different Pokemon, I do believe. So yes, I go for my Fake Tears. This is pretty awesome because now his special defense is like 0 right now, and I can easily take it out at this point. So now I'm going to be getting my Wish, and now he's like, okay, I cannot stay in here because I don't want him to go for an Ice Beam, and I don't want him to take me out, because I think about my Roselia is really necessary now. So he goes on to his last Pokemon, which is his not even Haunter. What's this thing called? Huntail. Extremely stupid Pokemon. It doesn't have any friends. I don't know why this thing exists, actually. It's pretty useless. But he's going to be trying to go for like a Rain Dance or something. I know that this is completely unacceptable, and it was completely predictable, so I'm going to be going for a Thunderbolt. It's going to be doing electric shocks to this eel Pokemon, which is ironically not an electric type. It does have Volt Absorb, but it gets taken out due to my Thunderbolt, due to my fat Wigglytuff. A Wigglytuff just killed something. Hey guys, look at this. Wigglytuff killed something. How does that make you feel, right? So now the rain is falling, and it's pretty awesome because I can just cry all over this thing. Now he's gonna be like, dude, it's raining. He's crying all over me. My special defense just cannot take all of this. So he's gonna be going for Elite Seed first, trying to do something. He knows at this point it's pretty much my game because he really can't do that much to my Wigglytuff because I have the wish, and he can't get me down to a point where he can just kill me with the hidden power aggressive because it's not consistent enough and it's just not doing enough damage to me. So at this point, after the fake tears, he goes for a hidden power grass. I'm like, okay, this is okay. I can go for one more fake tears just to be completely certain that I will take him out and not have to worry about anything, because nothing can possibly go wrong at this point, because nothing, I mean, usually at these points, you know, nothing bad happens, you know, because Ace is third, you know, lucky and things, you know, right? So finally he goes for a hidden power grass, right? And I'm like, okay, it's all good because I'm Wigglytuff, right? But he gets a crit, and guess what? I don't die. Fortunately enough, I don't die, right? Like, my Wigglytuff didn't die, and look, it went for an ice beam, and it killed this Roserade. Yeah, right? Like, what? So now I've defeated Shogus. It was pretty awesome because he just lost to a Wigglytuff. It hurt his big, manly Mexican pride, and that made me feel really awesome about myself, and it makes me think that, hey, Wigglytuff could be used more often now, and people won't judge it as much because they think Wigglytuff sucks, even though it doesn't. Actually, you know what? I think I'll make a sweep with a Wigglytuff. I'll do something with Wigglytuff one day. I'll prove to you guys that Wigglytuff is just amazing. So anyway, be sure to like if you liked it, dislike if you dislike it, comment if you're cool, subscribe if you haven't, share if you have the balls, the favorite for our fortress. I have something to tell you guys. I have something very, very important to tell you guys. First of all, I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. Almost there. I've really just have not been able to upload recently because I do graduate next week. That's the next news I had to tell you. On Wednesday, today is Thursday. By the time this will be uploaded, it'll probably be Friday night, or Friday or Thursday night, but I'll graduate this Wednesday, and it's pretty awesome because I'll be done with high school, and then a few days after that I'll be able to move, and it'll just be great. I might have enough time to narrate, but I will be in college, so that might be a factor in my videos and everything, but I hope you guys can stay supportive. Be sure to stay around for something that might happen. I'm not going to go into details into what it is, but something is going to be happening soon, and I hope you guys can look out for it and you can be really excited for it. I'm going to be involved with it, so yeah. And one more thing. I have a friend. I have a very, very awesome friend, which I'm going to miss very much. He hates me, but I love him. His name is Luke. Luke is a, what is he, a junior at my school. He plays the ukulele, he sings, and he likes to have fun, and he plays the cymbals, and he's just in band. He's a really, really awesome person. I mean, if you guys knew Luke, then you would love him instantaneously, and you probably want to beat him up because he's very beat upable. So he has this channel. It's a music channel. He's just starting out. He only started about 2 months ago, and he already did like maybe 3 videos. Yeah, 3 videos. And I'm really supporting this guy. I haven't been able to take anyone by my, under my wing as a YouTuber, but I really want Luke to be really successful. So I really, really want you guys to check out his channel. He's really awesome, with his singing and everything. He's a really, really good guy. Like, he's fantastic. I mean, like, ladies, you can just go to this guy. He's the one that you probably want to marry. Like, and gay guys, you can go find Luke too. Like, you'd be the perfect, like, gay lover. I mean, awesome. So anyway, his channel will be right here in my face, and it'll be in the description too, in case you can't see my face, because my face is going to be there. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your guys' support and everything, and thank you for listening for this long. If you listened this long, if you didn't, then you suck, but you haven't heard this, so it's whatever. So I'll see you guys later. I'll try to upload more something else, and stay tuned for things that are going to go on. So this has been Ace the Third. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.